Learning outcome 6 is that you will be able to manage operations to achieve consistency between functions or departments. To do this, you will look at different benchmarks that are used by schools and by external bodies to make a judgment on performance. Most people will be familiar with the annual performance tables published, which are based on pupil achievement and attainment data, but there are others that are valuable. School business managers draw information from a range of benchmarking sources to ensure effective use of resources to improve performance in a number of areas. When using data, schools use terms like floor targets, the minimum that the government expects a school to achieve. This might be associated with early years levels of progress, Key Stage 2 results, or GCSE results, depending on your setting. In business terms, these are key performance indicators, KPIs, benchmarks that stakeholders use to make a judgment on the performance of a school. In recent years, governments have sought to make data more widely available, removing the need for a password for access to financial benchmarking information, for example. You will need to investigate external measures of performance that are used for your school and compare your school's performance to national data. It isn't necessary to give a view for any differences you find. We need to see that you can use and compare data, identifying differences and similarities rather than justifying them. Guidance is given on where you could begin to look for this information. You may also wish to speak to the staff member who is responsible for data in your school. We then turn our attention to financial benchmarking, and you will be required to use the financial benchmarking site, using comparator schools, looking at the financial performance of your own school or link school. There are no passwords needed for the website, you just need the name of your school or link school. There are instructions on the website to guide you when selecting comparator schools. The assessment task for this section is based on a case study. You will be given a range of performance and pupil population data for a school and asked to review the resource allocations. To do this, you will need to analyse the data in the case study to identify what the key issues are. Based on your analysis, you will then be able to make recommendations for changes in resource allocations. The task gives prompts to signpost the areas you may wish to look at to get you started. You will need to provide evidence of your analysis. Including completed tools in your portfolio of evidence would be a constructive way to do this.